Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I just want to get this out there on the table. I love wine. And I have always thought to myself, I wish that there was some place out there, a winery, where I could work with a master winemaker to create my very own wine that suits my very own tastes and appeals to my taste profiles. And then I could bottle it, and then I could take it home, and I could always have that wine at home. Well, apparently that place exists. I'm Michael Parducci. We're here in Flemington, New Jersey at Grape Finale, here on Cheers to You.
Hi, I'm Lisa Vanden Woldenberg. I'm the owner and chief winemaking officer here at Grape Finale.
Fantastic. This place is, so the first time I heard about you, I immediately got excited because I have always, as I said earlier, I've always wanted to make my own wine that suits my own tastes. And I hear that you can help me with that?
Yes, we have a lot of success in helping to unleash the inner winemaker and wine lovers all over here in Hunterdon County and even as far away as Brooklyn, New York.
Wow.
So
you have a big customer base.
Yes, we do.
Do you use New Jersey grapes?
No, we don't. We actually import grapes from South Africa and Chile in the spring and California, Washington, and Oregon in the fall.
Oh, wow. So you get fruit seasonally?
Yes.
Oh, so you're not waiting for the fall?
No.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. So can you take me on a little tour of your facility?
Absolutely.
Perfect.
Follow me?
All right. I take it this is the press and the crushing area?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Right now, we have a setup here for our clients when they crush their grapes. So when our clients come in, they are greeted with a pallet of grapes. It takes between 750 and 800 pounds of grapes to make a barrel of wine. So you see a barrel of wine's worth of grapes right here on this pallet. You're welcome to taste them if you'd like.
What kind of grapes are these?
These are Sangiovese grapes.
May I touch them? Is
yes,
it okay? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Sangiovese.
Yes, Sangiovese.
That's from Tuscany.
Sangiovese, yes, originally came from Tuscany. These are actually from California.
Okay, very good.
In a vineyard in the Sassoon Valley.
Right.
But you're more than welcome to taste the grape.
One?
That's one of the beauties of being a winemaker. You get to taste it every phase. And what our clients do is they use our crusher destemmer to actually create the must, which is the starting product for the making of their wine. So they will take these crates, bring them over to the crusher, dump them in.
And the leaves are okay?
Leaves are all right.
And then this auger will just send it over here?
Yes, what this machine does is it will push the grapes through. And it actually separates the berries from the stems.
Oh, okay.
So you can see down here, okay?
So it just rejects the stem.
And then it gently mushes up the rest of the grape to create what is called the must. Now the must contains the skin, seeds, pulp, and juice of the grape.
Right.
That exits out through this tubing here from the crusher, and then the must goes into a fermentation tub like this.
And so do you put yeast in there, or do you just use ambient yeast?
No, we don't use ambient yeast. Ambient yeast doesn't have the alcohol tolerance that the yeast that's been created in labs around the world does.
Very good. Right.
So the fermentation process would stop when the alcohol level was about 7 or 8%, and wines these days have anywhere from 12.5% to 15% alcohol in them. So we want not the ambient yeast, we want the created yeast that has that higher alcohol tolerance to create the wine with the alcohol we'd like.
If I was a customer and I came here to make my own wine, obviously I'm not walking away only buying a couple of bottles, am I?
No.
No. What am I committing to?
We sell in quarter barrel increments.
Okay.
So a quarter barrel is 60 bottles. If you are a bottle of wine a week drinker, that's about a year's worth of wine.
Okay.
Most of my clients drink a little bit more than that. So I always, some people say to me, wow, that's, 60 bottles is a lot of wine.
Right.
But when I sort of put it in perspective with them and say, well, how many bottles of wine a week do you drink? Usually we get anywhere from 2 to 4 bottles, and then you can see how it is.
That's about on average.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, usually 2 people will go through a bottle of wine in a night.
Yes.
Right. So this is a really, really good idea.
Yes, it is.
And being able to work with very specific grapes, and you can help fine-tune and tailor the tastes of...
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yep,
I love that idea.
Yep, with the yeasts, definitely we can cull out certain flavors, and also with the barrels that the clients age their wine in. We actually offer 3 different types of wood barrels: American oak, French oak, and Hungarian oak. American oak will add vanilla to the flavor profile, French oak, caramel and butterscotch, and Hungarian oak baking spices like cinnamon and nutmeg. And then you also have the option, if you're making a non-oaked white or a rosé, of making that in one of our stainless steel tanks.
I saw a barrel that said South Africa on it.
Yes.
I love South African wines. Can you let me taste that?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Let's do it. Chin chin. This is a South African Cabernet Sauvignon from
Yes.
Stellenbosch region.
Yes. Smell,
nice.
swirl.
Lots of lush dark fruit. There's some pepperiness to this. I'm picking up like maybe a little bit of licorice, maybe, or anise.
I get the same. And keep
Very
in mind,
earthy.
this wine was only crushed and pressed in May. So
Are
it
you
still
serious?
had very limited barrel time. It's only going to get better and better. This is scheduled to be bottled.
This is 4 months old.
Yes. This is scheduled to be bottled in March of next year, 2018.
This is fabulous.
Thank
oh my
you.
God, you are doing such a great thing. I want to taste all your wines now. You have Super Tuscans, you have Californians, you have
Well, that's the nice thing about
a Carmenere.
yeah, the nice thing about importing grapes. I'm not limited or our clients aren't limited to make what can be grown in this particular region.
Yeah.
So we're doing everything from Sauvignon Blancs, Albarino's, Viogniers, Muscatellers, all the way to Malbecs, Carmenieres, Cabernet Sauvignons, Super Tuscans, Chiantis, Chateauneuf de Pape.
Right. Oh, I love Chateauneuf
And
de Pape.
one of the other things that we really love to do is we love to take a look at what wines are really performing well out there. Robert Parker rated this one, 90 plus points.
Right.
Can we make that in here?
Yeah.
And we've actually done that. So we have an Opus blend, we have a Prisoner blend, a Dragon Tooth blend, a Paradox blend, and the tub that you saw earlier is a hexameter blend. All of those are considered premium wines that we are now taking grapes from the areas, maybe not the same grapes, but from the areas that the original producer gets their grapes from, and actually making that wine here.
What am I looking at? What does it work out to per bottle, I guess?
Anywhere from $13 to $16 a bottle, depending on how much you're making. So if you make a quarter barrel, you're probably looking at a $16 price point. If you're making a full barrel, around a $13 price point. Now that's the start. For example, the Stellenbosch Cabernet Sauvignon is a premium grape, so that's going to cost more.
Right.
If you age it in French oak, that's going to be a little bit more.
Yeah.
So if you make a reserve, most of the wine that's made here is aged in the barrel for 10 months,
Yeah.
but we do have clients who like to make reserves, and that's an additional 12 months, so it's
Right.
a total of 22 months in the barrel, and that's there's an upcharge for that above the regular
Look,
aging.
if you're producing this, I would gladly pay for that. And to know that I have a quarter of a barrel or maybe even a barrel, I would gladly pay for that
Well,
because this is exceptional.
Yeah, think of it this way. You have a better relationship with the bottle of wine that you're drinking than just pulling it off the liquor store shelf.
Right.
And you have bragging rights that you made it yourself.
Exactly. That's great. Lisa, it was so nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
I'm
you.
going to be a customer of you.
Wonderful. I look forward to waking wine with you in the near future.
Fantastic. Cheers.
Cheers.
To all our viewers, if you've enjoyed this episode, stay tuned for next week for a brand new episode of Cheers to You.